All right. Chatty McChatters, we are live. Howdy. Okay. So, what were you saying there, friend? You? No, there's nothing to display in the thing. I mean, the stream is called it's VTuber R the Fox. Hold on. Yeah, Twitch or YouTube, either or. VTuber R the Fox. Ara the Fox. ARRA, and then the Fox. All one word. Yeah. Why? Why is this being weird? Advanced audio properties. Desktop audio. Discord audio. No, it's just Discord's being weird and not actually being picked up. Let's see. Why is this not? Okay. Properties. There. Mm, okay. Alright, chat's displayed. Alright. Chatting with chatters. I hope y'all are doing well. We are now into streaming completely set up, and we are about to start the second session of Tree's D&D campaign. Or is this the third? It's the third. You're right. It's the third. We had a Zelen was this when we had Zelen. It was the third. Second, I mean. Yeah. Give me a second, chat. I mistitled the stream. Yeah, I got my numbers mixed up. So many reschedules in between. Couple of them my fault, couple of them trees, couple of them arcanes, and Cody's. Yep. Okay. Arcane managed to join before we actually started the session back up. The All right. Now we just need Tree to finish getting prepped. I wish I had Monster. I have soda and I have snack. Yeah, I have water, I have soda, and I have Walmart movie theater popcorn. Oh yeah, I also have one of our guest cats currently laying next to me. She, her, and or they, them. Either either two sets. Hmm. Is Arcane is Arcane's the guy? Okay, I never actually double checked that. I never felt the need to double check that. Yeah, I get that. I get it. Um, you have a pretty androgynous voice. Mhm. I actually kind of thought Ark was a femboy. Without, yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm ready whenever everyone else is. If the character sheet has 30 experience point on it, it should be right. All right. we, yeah, it was Cody's house. Yeah. Well, Zellen's house. Well, to be fair, that was something that happened while. Well, yeah, we're in Zellen's house because we went. Zellen is the name of Cody's character. We're in Zellen's house because that's where we all stayed for our long rest last session. And everything that happened, all of the weird little decisions that happened in between sessions is what is about to be established here. I mean, I would probably go look. Yeah, we do have to eat, but I would also probably try to find our host who appears to have disappeared and then find out if they left any notes or anything to explain their disappearance. I mean, based on how rich Zelen was supposedly, fairly close to each other. Okay, well, I go and pick it up and see what it says. Mm. I would assume it's more like an ice box than an actual regular fridge. And technically that means trees third. Yeah, so yeah, forgive the immersion breaks. Right? I kind of wish that in some campaign I make an alternate version of this character that ends up easy kide. Anyway, chatting with chatters, I hope y'all are doing well. Well, I would assume that since we're in a house that belongs to Zelen, it would have to be one of Zelen's um employees or Zelen himself. Hold on. Yeah, there's no problem with the eggs being on top of the deer meat. Anyways, apparently chat couldn't hear you. Yeah, Zelen was a fairly weird person. Yeah, it would be equivalent of saying that they somehow had cartons in the medieval ages. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Zelen to have somehow. Anyways, chat. Is it fixed? They don't normally. He managed to convince Tree to allow him to have a custom version. That was Tree's idea. Tree told me that it was homebrew by default before I even made my character. Besides, the setting itself is homebrew. Hmm. Why can't OBS says it's being picked up? Hmm. Um. I'm gonna use my produce flame spell to cook some of the meat as well of the deer meat myself. My my character is too hungry. Exactly. Okay. Why can't you guys hear? So Alex, you can't hear the Discord call? Hmm. uh, well, wasn't I was gonna say, yeah, they were just yeah, he was just tenderizing it. Why? Huh. Anyways, I rolled a 15. It would probably be a wood stove style oven, which they did technically have in some fancier village houses. Yeah. Um, I don't know, Alex. Nice. Let's see. Chat, there are 5 different people in this call. So I don't know why you guys can't hear it. It's a campaign. That would be funny. I doubt actual or even non-bread, for example, well, that was your bad roll. Mm, also take into account sandwiches themselves did not become a thing until a certain point in time that was around the Industrial Revolution start. Yeah. Seriously. Mm, mm. Reminder that made Lore made omelets, and I just kinda fried up some meat using produced flame. Yeah. I would imagine it wouldn't be in the icebox if it was salted and dried. I mean, to be fair, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't make a mess. Basically, with that kind of wound, it has to be at just the maximum tolerable for you level. I think I would need someone I would need someone else to convert it because I don't think that you that's not humanly tolerable at all. That's like twice that's like y the that is right near the lower high range. Yeah, I mean, you don't they don't have to leave to. Okay, so Fox, can you hear Discord? Yeah, chat, can you hear? Yeah, I was gonna say Donkey was a bard for sure. All right, well, I just rolled to look around. I rolled to look around. I was kind of wanting to find something like a fishing rod or some other kind of tool. I got a 19 without bonuses, and that was perception. That would be perception, right? So a buckler. Um, hmm. Well, I'm definitely gonna take. Actually, I'm gonna ask Laura to check to make sure none of the stuff isn't cursed or anything. I mean, you can detect magic. Hmm. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter at that point. Well, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the fishing rod. What else did you say was in there aside from the sword and buckler? Shovel. Was it just the shovel? Okay, well, I guess I'll take the shovel as well. I mean, keep in mind, I also have that light crossbow with 2 daggers, and I have some kind of I have some kind of bag that's big enough to carry whatever engineer-related experiment I had. As an is it engineer, I have a charred failed experiment as part of my stuff. Yeah. It's like for some reason, that's what is it engineers do, is they carry their charred failed experiment around. Wait. Um, I guess arguably speaking, I would assume that the charred failed experiment would be some kind of charred body that was likely used for an experiment. Okay. Okay, why can't I get this?
Found something yet.
I know. Mm,
But if you do
um,
tell me, punchy punch.
yeah, I'm gonna go hide it in my pack. How big is this box?
Um, it's like a ring box.
So what box?
It's kind of like a one of those uh boxes to hold like a ring in it.
It's
Oh, so like a little
like
jewel,
a
like a
wedding
little.
ring box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's getting put in my bag.
Okay.
So it's like the kind of thing that can fit in the palm of your hand pretty easily.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finding out about it either. I'm not telling nobody at the moment.
All right. What would you guys like to do now? Do you want to leave the house? Do you want to rob him blind?
Don't tempt me.
Don't tempt you.
I have enough moral character to not blindly rob someone, especially someone who has assisted us and given us shelter and free food.
And I
Well,
have no such problems.
technically, he didn't say you guys could have the food.
Did the
I
note
he
You guys
say
left
Yeah,
that?
us.
so we
I'm
He
could
pretty
left us.
not
sure.
Hold on,
have the
hold on,
food.
no. He left us here with a note saying, "Hey, have fun. I'm having my own fun." Like, nah, bro.
The note
You done lost
mentioned
your
the
ghost. You said
icebox.
yes
I'm
before you
pretty
go
sure you
along.
said.
I
Actually,
did,
now that I
yes.
think about it, yeah, you did mention that the note itself pointed out, hey, food's there.
So, according to the note itself,
Because the note said something about a fridge.
well,
What the
we
fuck is a fridge?
we
Exactly.
corrected that. We corrected that. The note said
Yes, we
icebox.
corrected that. Okay, so do you want to rob him? Trans, I already know your fucking answer to this. Ara, what do you want to do?
I mean, I believe that both my character and Ark's character are a bit too morally correct to want to do that.
I
Is
am neutral good. I'm not going to intentionally just straight up steal someone's stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think out of the two of us, I'm even more toward the good. I believe it would be lawful good.
Yeah.
I think is that we remembered we had to fucking convince you to kill somebody.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Ara, what do you want to do? Actually, well, technically, this is all for you. Oh, for you guys. What do you guys want to do? You want
Oh,
to check out the town more? Do you want to clear out? You want to go
Well,
clear out the field,
I would
or
probably look out the windows facing toward the field myself
okay?
to try to um get some details on where we exactly are planning on doing this.
You guys, Ara, you look out the window and you see four pure white wolves and a gray wolf that is bigger than all the other wolves.
can I pet that dog?
I assume that's what
God.
we're gonna have to kill to clear the field.
Yep.
Oh,
Especially since none of us are beast tamers.
Nope.
I have a. I think I actually have a decent enough animal handling.
What's your animal handling?
I got a 3.
A 3 in animal handling? Shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to handle shit with a 3.
What do you mean?
I don't think. At least.
That's
Well, animal
no.
I'm not.
handling goes off your wisdom.
Even if you
I'm
got
not saying my role. I'm
it.
saying my skill.
Yeah, it goes off your wisdom.
Yeah, and that's what scaled my animal handling to a 3.
I think. Do you mean
Mm,
+3?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Um.
So yeah, I guess you could
but
try.
I'm also not aware of the wolves because I didn't see through the window.
Yeah. I
You might
would
want to keep in mind that big gray one, or
Yeah. I would probably turn to mention the wolves to everyone. Um.
all right.
Hearing that, I go towards the window to see what Ara's talking about.
you see the 3 white wolves and the bigger gray wolf.
Wasn't it 4 white wolves and a bigger gray wolf?
4 white wolves and a gray wolf and the big gray wolf.
Seeing the wolves, my eyes light up,
Oh god. Oh no.
and I grab some. I grab some spare meat from the ice box,
Oh
and
no.
immediately run outside into the field.
Oh no.
Yeah. We get to see our first character death.
I can't figure.
You guys gonna go back him up
I'm
or
going
just
to.
okay? Or you start sprinting towards him. Or what do you want to do?
I am watching the entertainment from a safe distance.
Fair, okay. Oh
I mean, to be
god.
fair, in the very first session, Lore took out our target from a distance.
This is true.
Yeah, but you don't know how I did that, so I don't.
Correct. I don't know how it was done. I just know it happened.
Arcane Aura, the wolves notice you guys and immediately take a defensive position around the big gray wolf.
As I come into view, I reach in. I reach my other arm to grab one of the pieces of meat I'm holding, and start waving it up in the air while shouting at the wolves, "Hey, I got food for you!"
They start growling at you.
How come I can't get this to work?
Seeing them growl, I slow down and start crouching in, placing the food out in front of me, and then back away so that they can come get the food.
They they sniff the air, smelling the food. One of them slowly approaching the food.
Test 1 2 test.
I sit back while watching it go for the food before I do anything else.
All the other wolves are keeping it.
Testing 1 2.
Another wolf starts slowly approaching you, approaching your hand with the meat.
I just wait there with my hand outstretched while holding the meat.
Chat, did I fix it
It
yet?
starts sniffing you. And then it bites down on the meat.
Nom, 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 nom.
And bites on your fucking hand.
I
Wouldn't
had a
Nom,
this,
nom.
feeling you were gonna do that.
technically, wouldn't this have been a roll?
Yep.
Would it?
Yes,
Yep.
it very much would be a roll toward the animal handling skill.
I kind of felt like Tree was just kind of going to want me to fail this, so I kind of knew the roll was going to get skipped. I just want to see how
But
it play out.
But it
Treats like
does take the meat out of your hand and then starts backing away.
I avoid letting out a yelp of pain because a wolf just straight up bit into my hand while grabbing the meat.
okay. Wouldn't he be taking your hand with him if he just taking the meat with you? If he bit into your hand?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, he dragging you, motherfucker. You was going with him.
So
He ain't just
Yeah.
go,
all
oops, I
this
didn't mean
is
to bite
happening
your
without any
hand.
roll going
unless
on. Got it.
and
Yeah, I'm
unless you
sure
want
that's
to
like
unless you want to
blood,
cut off your own hand. Unless you want to cut off your own hand.
I feel like there are definitely way better solutions to all of this that don't involve me cutting off a whole hand.
You don't have to. I'm not telling you to cut off your arm. I'm just
I
telling
am.
you. Hey,
So am I not going to like roll for damage or like roll for animal handling or roll for literally anything at all?
just wait. They drag it drags you to their alpha, and it starts sniffing you. And then
I
I probably stopped at the edge of the field watching this.
it smells the rest of the meat in your bag or on you. It smells the rest of the meat on you. Arcane?
while still basically getting dragged along, pull out the other piece of meat and smile while very clearly in pain.
It very carefully takes the meat out from your hand.
Chat, have I fixed
And
my
the
audio
wolf lets
problems
go
yet?
of you, and they start walking away.
I stand up, brush myself off, and I cast Cure Wounds on myself, or I guess I would if I actually know how much damage I took.
Well, um, whew.
Would be a survival, animal handling, and probably insight check. By the way,
Yes, I saw that. Arcane?
You know, surprisingly enough, I actually have pretty good scores
oh
in
no,
each of those. My insight is 5.
this is me. I'm doing a separate thing.
Arcane, you have 5 health left. Do you want to roll for cure wounds?
Eh, I'll probably just go bandage it up later.
You still have the cloth on you, don't you?
I do still have 12 feet of
Was that
cloth, yes.
was that you or was that Ara?
No,
Arcane
but
had
I
the
did buy
cloth,
cloth.
had most of the cloth. I had some of it that got used up on an unseen
Okay,
servant.
Arcane, you want to use some of that cloth, rip it off, and bandage that wound?
Do I still have
Yeah.
any of those first aid and mana potions I bought from the beginning?
Yeah, you still got the health potion. You still have the 2 large health potions. You didn't use
Okay, I
any
just
of your health.
realized Chill Touch is not something I should use on food. It does necrotic damage, not cold damage.
Right.
Oh, really?
I would have just rotted my fucking food if I did that.
Alright, yes, you still have both your large health potions.
Ah,
Okay.
You know, I
okay.
could actually very easily multi-class into Druid if I really wanted to.
Well, I'm gonna offer one of the large health potions to Arcane's character. The character's name was Pharaoh, right?
Pharaohheim is the full name, but yeah.
Yeah, but you said he prefers to go by Pharaoh.
Yeah.
So yeah, So so I walk up and say, "Hey Pharaoh, do you want one of my large health pots?"
I looked down at my hand and grimaced in pain a bit, but ultimately said, nah, I'll heal.
Uh, just a reminder, Arcane, you're at 5 HP,
Yeah,
and you're still technically bleeding. You are still technically bleeding because you never patched it.
how much?
Oh yeah. Well, I did mean to take some of the cloth I have out in my bag and use it and tear off some of it to bandage my hand.
Okay. Go ahead, roll a medicine.
Let's see here.
Medicine
Imagine I
goes
roll one.
off, huh?
Imagine, oh hey, a 19. So that'd be a 22.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. Medicine goes
suc
off of wisdom, just like animal handling.
you bandage yourself up and completely stop the bleeding.
Um, my character sheet is slightly out of date on what items I should have. It doesn't even list the amount of gold I should have left.
Okay, Ara, you have 39 gold. You have
Okay.
2 large health potions and 2 large mana potions.
As a quick
Alrighty then.
sidebar,
And you
thanks to
technically,
me basically feeding the wolves, they did leave the field, right?
yeah, they did.
Okay, mission successful. I was really hoping to pet the wolves though.
Of course you were.
I imagine you were hoping to actually successfully tame one of them.
You know,
Yeah, well,
being an animal befriend
considering
an
that
animal.
was their alpha right there, I very doubt it.
I mean, yeah, technically speaking, the only one that you would have had a chance to have tamed was the alpha, and it would have been a very, very high difficulty.
Actually, no,
Very.
he could have. The alpha would the animals would let their members go whenever they feel like it.
Mm,
So out of game, yeah, it could have been. It can be a thing, but it would be because the alpha is there. Yes, it would be harder, and then the alpha himself would probably actually be at our level would be untamable because he's an alpha. He don't get there by being a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we probably would have been screwed if we had actually had to fight.
No, we would have been able to beat him, but taming's a whole different story.
Well, I wasn't aiming to tame it. I just wanted to pet it and possibly
Quick
befriend the wolves.
question. Quick question. Where did you guys put the 2 large crates of salt?
I would have set them
Oh
down
no.
in the
I completely forgot
house.
about that.
I would have set them down in the house at Zellen's, which I
Okay.
believe Lore currently is still at.
Yes, Laura's still at the house.
Because
Just
I
chilling.
was originally carrying them.
Surprisingly not robbing him blind.
I
In
already
fact,
done. How am I gonna rob him blind? What the fuck? I can't be taking all the goddamn shit in the house.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
steal
can.
it. Yes, I'm just gonna start putting all the forks and the knives in my backpack.
Yes.
Over there, getting to steal like the 6
um,
frying pans he has in the kitchen.
I mean, theoretically, it would actually be actual silver, which would be actually useful.
Yeah. And you didn't exactly check for any possible gemstones he has in the house.
Okay, look, I said I searched everywhere. You told me to do perception. You said that's all I found, even though I got a nat fucking 20.
Didn't you? Was that everywhere in
You
the
checked the
house
one
or
room, you
everywhere
didn't
in the
check the
No,
kitchen?
entire.
I said I was searching the house. Tree. You even said it multiple times. Laura's searching the house.
Okay. Alright. You're right.
I was just assuming that I didn't find anything of worth of any value except the thing that I found.
Fair point. Also, would silver not be helpful at all? Do you really think the silver wouldn't be helpful to melt down?
I mean, I said that it would be very helpful.
I know, I'm asking lore specifically.
Why are you asking me? I didn't know anything about no silver.
Any silverware from that time frame would likely be made of actual silver,
Actually, no, it wouldn't.
at least in a place
If we're in a
where
basic house, it wouldn't be here. It would be tin or wood.
uh,
Yeah.
If we were in his
maybe.
mansion, on the other hand,
Okay, no, you have a point. Even though Zelen was insistent on having like a vault of riches somewhere,
which
that was
would have got
likely.
Rob blind, he got me fucked up.
Yeah, that's likely.
That was at his mansion, but he didn't take you to his
Yeah,
mansion.
he took us to some random house at the end of the fucking block, and I'm not assuming. Like I feel lucky even finding what I had found. So I wasn't even looking for it. I was more looking just for supplies to take on the road.
Right. So, what do you want to do, Lore? You just witnessed this thing that just happened that could have gone very wrong very quickly.
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed.
Disappointed in the wolves.
Disappointed in the wolf? Okay, Ara, what do you want to do?
Tree's just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, I would likely go back and grab the the crates of salt and see if Lore wants to help me carry them over to get ready to prep.
Okay. Okay, you head back to the house, Ara, and you ask Lore if she would be willing to help move these large crates of salt.
I guess. What the fuck are we summoning again? What did this book tell us we have to summon?
It didn't tell you guys you had to summon anything. You guys just
No,
wanted to summon
we just
it.
wanted to summon it. It was set. The spell literally says "summon demon," and gave us the exact recipe to summon said demon.
Well, then I will make it known that I am strongly opposed to this. Just gonna let everybody know that right now. I'm strongly opposed.
Ara, Lore, I need you guys to roll a strength check for these crates.
Okay. Well, my first roll was a 2.
Damn!
Without
Damn!
bonuses, so it was technically a 6.
Mine is a 11 after debuff.
After debuff,
Debuff.
Trains, you are pushing it across you are pushing it. You are pushing it slowly, but you are in
Reminder: my
fact
character
pushing it.
does have 19 strength.
Ara, you are pushing it. Well, I should actually say you're trying to push it. You are not very successful at pushing it, though.
It's kind of funny when the dice rolls make the strongest the person with with one of the higher strength stats be the one that does the worst at a strength check.
It's hilarious. Arcane, even with your broken hand, you want to try pushing a crate?
Yeah, sure.
With a debuff, obviously. Alright. Arcane comes back to the house, gets to one of the crates. Arcane, roll a strength check.
Okay, so that's an 11.
Is that after modifiers?
I have no modifiers.
Oh, you have no modifiers. Well, just like lore, you are pushing it slowly, but you are pushing it.
I decided to try again and got a 13 with my modifiers.
Once again, with modifiers, that's amazing. Ara, you are pushing it faster than both of these two fuckers, but you are pushing it.
Would I not be
Yeah.
technically helping one of them push it a bit faster?
You didn't say you wanted to put. You didn't say you wanted to help them.
There's only 2 crates.
Oh, that.
I love how he was like,
I would
Hey,
have
Fine.
to be
Who do you
helping
want
one
to
of
help?
them.
Who do you want to help push?
I guess I would help Pharaoh since Pharaoh is currently injured.
Okay, you guys push it a lot faster than the lore.
damn. Well, what about the one who failed? The fuck?
Ara reroll. Ara tried again and rolled
can
a
I actually
13.
can I actually technically try pushing the crates by shoving them with my feet and substitute my modifier for a dexterity modifier?
No, because it's still a strength modifier.
Yeah.
Dexterity would be more for like doing fine-tuned things like acrobatic, more acrobatics than fucking heavy labor.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I was arguing for this was that monks can use their dexterity modifier for attack rolls made with their hands and feet.
That's because they're using martial arts. Those are more, or those are more. That's a more dexterous kind of activity.
Yeah, and this isn't an attack roll.
Like this is literally not. You're using your strength to see if you pick this up.
Well, we're pushing it. So my argument was just going to be
So
like,
under
instead of trying to,
under a lot of under the rules, under a lot of the rules, it's going to be if you're pushing, carrying, lifting, um, that kind of situation. It's always going to 99% of the time always be a strength modifier.
I have a feeling
I
I
was just
have
Not
it
asking if you
fixed.
could be
You're not
cool with
using
it so I
fine
could
tuned
substitute my
movements to like.
dex modifier in.
I
I
have
mean,
a
okay,
feeling this
it's like
entire
this. It's like
stream has
this.
been soundless for you guys.
Dexterity, you're putting the thread through the needle. Strength is punching a hole through a wall.
I can
Moving the
technically do
barrel
that
is
with
moving
dex
the
as a monk,
barrel is
though.
more comparative to punching a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
think
as
about
a monk, I
this.
can technically punch that
Okay,
hole
okay,
through a
but
wall with
but
my
here's the thing.
dexterity.
But what that's what I'm talking about normal everyday activity. We're not talking about people who specifically train their bodies to do special movements.
Yeah,
Then
think about
dexterity is more movement based, while strength is going to be your actual overall
yeah, let's
bulkiness.
apply this to
I'm picking up a giant boulder. I guarantee you a monk is not going to use the dexterity to pick up a boulder. He may use the dexterity to break the boulder because he is now using a fine-tuned movement to make the muscles do what he needs to do. Okay? But you wouldn't expect a barbarian to do backflips while spin kicking somebody.
right. A good real life example would be a gymnast would most likely not be able to pick up something that a bodybuilder could because the skills required for the two things are so drastically different.
Uh, okay, so after about
However, the argument could also still be made that with the understanding of the body that you come from making dexterous movements, you can also move the body more efficiently.
But that still wouldn't equate to overall raw strength.
Yeah.
Well, say for instance,
Okay. Again, it's the 100-pound fine-tuned muscled acrobatic, gymnast trying to pick up 300-pound deadlift. It's not going to happen. Like it's not, unless she is like some kind of also sides as a monk from a monastery in the fucking Himalayas
Yeah, because those
and does
um
does some ninjutsu breathing or some crap. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
yeah,
But you
because
also wouldn't expect the bodybuilder to then turn around and do 6 backflips, spin kick, high dive, whatever the fuck a gymnast does. It's just a different set of skills using a different set of muscle memory.
yeah, the whole it's
Yeah,
just the muscles. The way the muscles work for each task is different. Therefore, trying to use the dexterity muscles for a strength check would not work.
Anyways, after about 30 to 40 minutes, you guys finally get
Jesus,
these.
that fucking long? How
Yes,
big
you
are
got.
these
I
fucking
mean, we've
barrels?
all technically failed the rolls.
Yeah.
Even
I
my
had an 11.
re-roll was still
I had
technically
an
a fail.
okay. So how big or how heavy are these barrels? I mean, if they're a regular barrel full of salt,
It's not a barrel, it's a crate.
It's a crate
oh,
of
a crate
salt.
smaller. Okay, so you're looking at about a 40-pound crate at most.
Hmm. How much salt did the sorry, did you write that down? Cuz Tree, you specifically had a specific amount in mind in regard to the spell.
The crate, each crate has. Hold on, I wrote it down somewhere. Uh,
Cuz we needed
40
two crate.
pounds each.
Okay, so 40 pounds each. I don't think an 11 or higher would have been a fail
Yeah, no.
on a 40 pound. That's average human strength.
Yeah. Even with a debuff.
Yeah.
Clear that.
Yeah, yeah, no. The only reason that I would have been carrying both crates would have been that 80 pounds is where it becomes kind of a problem. And I would have had to have, if we had done a
There
dice
it
roll
is.
for the test, I would have had to have rolled decent on that dice roll for the pickup. But I don't think we dice rolled for me
Okay, so
transporting them initially.
carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. This is the way in pounds that you can carry, which is high enough that most characters don't usually have to worry about it.
Okay. So, yeah, no. So theoretically, I would have been able to carry both with a
Yeah.
19.
You don't even need to roll for it because that's just what your carrying capacity is.
Yeah, I overdo the carrying capacity for 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So I would have been able to carry those myself. I just wanted to get them involved.
Yeah, even I could
Okay,
have carried both of them.
okay, 15, 20 minutes.
Not even that. It would have been like 2.
Because theoretically, the dice rolls wouldn't have actually been needed.
In that case, we all could have actually moved the crates without issue.
You
Mhm.
said times 5, right?
15.
Times 15. Okay.
Mm.
Adventurers by default are just really fucking strong.
Depends on the adventurer, but yes. Your
Well,
your
I
a-
mean, like
your,
if you're
your
even
average
assuming a
adventurer, your
wizard,
average adventurer is going to be just above the average person in terms of their abilities. That's what sets them apart from being a potter or being a fucking whatever. Same with soldiers. Soldiers are normally people who have like high stamina, high strength, that kind of shit. So they're going to go into that kind of business and they're going to develop those muscles or whatever,
Yeah,
in the
my carrying cap is 285 with that calculation. So I would have been able to carry 205
Yeah,
additional pounds on top of carrying both of those.
even even a wizard who would probably have a strength of like 6 or 8 as their base score.
mine's an 8.
Yeah, even that's still pretty strong compared to like your average Joe.
No, 'cause that's 120 pounds. Most people can do that.
Oh, okay, maybe I don't have a perfect understanding of what the human
Yeah.
body usually
Okay,
tolerates.
so my score would be just your average person in general.
Yeah.
Because I right now at work, I don't work out or nothing like that. All I do is walk around all day, but I can toss around my 40-pound boxes with no problem at work. I would say in real life, mine would be if I actually were to work out and get back that muscle memory and not destroy my fucking body if I were to do that.
Mm.
I would probably be me personally would be more around 14 because I used to be able to bench press almost 300 with no problem.
Yeah, I never actively worked out, so I don't know.
So
Um,
your average person is, people at people at work, they can pick up a 40-pound box of fucking cheddar cheese with no with not too much
yeah.
of a problem.
Yep.
Now, here's where the stamina and the strength come into play is going from doing 100 meters. Whether you're walking, it doesn't matter if you're walking or running, with that 40-pound box in your hand. Lifting
Yeah.
it up is one thing. Most people can lift up a 40-pound box. Hell, if you're past the age of fucking 12, you can probably do it.
Yeah, it's the stamina and endurance thing and strength and stuff comes in when you're talking how far you're going.
Yeah, and with with him having the 285 lifting capacity, picking up a 40-pound box and walking 100 meters is not a problem.
Right.
Like he barely breaks a sweat type shit.
Yeah, and it's just
Me, on
like
the other hand, I'm 100. My lifting would be 120. I could take it over there, but it's gonna be like, "Ooh, my arms are tired," type shit. Because I'm not
yeah,
built for that
it's just
strength
yeah.
endurance.
Yeah. No, it's like just this whole situation of how strong the character is versus how far they have to go versus how fast they have to move.
And this is just pointers
Mm.
to help speed up the storytelling and all that. Sometimes you just kind of just ignore making people check to see if they can pick it up or not. Like if a wizard been like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up that 100-pound fucking barrel, you'd look at the wizard like, what's your strength, wizard? Like that's when you would do that. But if the warrior goes, I'm gonna pick that bitch up, you don't even question it because the warrior is the warrior. He's swinging around a 20-pound sword or a 40-pound battle axe all day long.
Or if you're
You do is you just
like my character with the
do as
whole
your storytelling, basic everyday things. You just don't even worry about roles. You just go with the flow. Now, if you specifically, Tree, are wanting them to like find something like you did with my perception stuff earlier in my little box I found, I'm just searching the house. Just looking for random shit that we could use in our adventure. Beef jerky, rope, that kind of shit. You would tell me, okay, you find some beef jerky, you found a rope. By the way, can you do just like you did? Roll. Okay. Well, while you're searching, you found this secret hatch. Bet. Cool. But if there's nothing to find in this said house, you just go, hey, you found some rope, found some jerky. You're good. That's all you found. You see what I'm saying, Tree?
Yep.
So, um, in the game I used to play, it's called Palladium. They used to have like all these all your skills are percent based, and you can have and everybody was like, it's one of those like cooking was an actual skill that was you had to roll for. But me personally, I said, okay, everyone knows how to make basic toast. They know how to cook some food on, you
Right.
know, cook a little,
There's
heat
basics
up some
that
bare minimum stuff. You don't have to roll for the bare minimum. The cooking skill came into play when you were trying to make a complicated meal or you were trying to bake a cake, which required a lot of stuff. So that's what you got to do as a DM when you're, making up, when you're going through the stories, you got to determine, is this something they would just do every day or is it complicated? Well, they need a roll for it. And if it's complicated, that's when you roll for it. If it's an everyday thing that doesn't need a roll every time, just let them do it. You know what I mean?
yeah, you would have to think about the character that is doing the thing and then be like, would this specific character do this action daily?
Or if not, then yeah, you know what? Let's see if you can even do it. Like I said, it's like the wizard trying to pick up the 100-pound barrel of wine. He ain't gonna do it. Most of your wizards are not gonna be able to physically pick up the 100+ pound barrel of wine.
My
He
cryophyser
might be
is
able to
an
tilt it on its
outlier,
side
for
and
example.
roll it somewhere, but he's not gonna pick that bitch up, toss that fucker over his shoulder, and walk off with it.
Yeah. My cryophyser is an outlier in this case when it comes to magic users able to haul that heavy of that much stuff.
Like a dwarf could do it, even if it was a dwarf priest. You also got to take race into account too.
Yeah, that too. Because they each have natural stats that kind of counterbalance.
Like I said, DMing can be fun, but there is a complicatedness to it, and that's what I think a lot of people don't realize. I've DM'd a lot, played a lot. I've been on both sides of the field. Being a dungeon master takes a creativity that you do have to learn. It is also a gut feeling that you kind of just have to, sometimes go with it or just, especially when things go off the script. I had a campaign where I am trying to get these people to go to this mountain, but they, for some fucking reason, did everything they could not to go to this mountain. And when you try to force your players to go a certain direction, it doesn't make it fun. Just let them run wild. Yeah, kind of try to keep it within that whatever, but do it in a creative way where you're like, okay, they found this book. I want them to, use the book, but you got to find a way to where it's kind of almost natural to whatever they're already doing that they need that book, but it doesn't feel forced at the same time.
Yeah. And then there's the fact that I think the one of in our case, the one that wanted to do it the most happens to be the person who decided to go on their own adventure.
Yeah. But again, I don't know their circumstance on why they
Oh,
couldn't.
I do. We had too many reschedules.
Well, shit, life happens, people.
Yeah.
That was that was me quoting him directly.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Life happens.
Yeah, I'm 33. I got bills. I've got, job, all that shit. I can't be every time. Like if the job calls me and tells me I have to be at work because three people called out and I'm worth three fucking people, I'm going to work and making my money.
It
Like
almost
I
feels like
also don't have a car and half of the crap I have to do on a Friday is all over town.
it almost
So I'm on
feels
the bus.
kind of like Cody was in any of the games that he has played was lucky enough to have people that had enough free time guaranteed for those times because
Yeah.
that's like luck. That's like a luck at a nat 20 type of
Mm.
deal. You're not gonna get that very often.
You can. It's not that hard. It's just, the group of people that wanted to do it, we all have our own little different schedules and stuff.
Right, and we each live in different places. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the three of us, did we establish that Ark Trans and I all live on the East Coast.
I'm Midwest. I'm
Okay.
Central Time.
I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So
I'm on
that's the other
Pacific.
thing. I used to be
That's all there.
Pacific. I used to be on
That's
the
why I
Pacific
think.
time.
Does anybody work other than
I
myself?
I work as a night guard, which is why I'm usually tired on Fridays.
A night guard, like at a prison or some shit.
Nah,
That's
for
probably
a
more
water
like
park.
I was gonna say
Nah.
more like a
Water park.
mall or water park. I was gonna say. Yeah,
Look here.
I don't have a job myself. The streaming is my income.
Now was what's his face to have a job? Cody or whatever his name was.
Nope.
So yeah. See that's where I get irritated with people like that who are like, oh man, too many. Like, bro, we have jobs. You know, some of us have jobs. Some of us have shit to do. You
Yeah, and
know,
I
then
also I
I don't.
also work to
I
take
mean, I'm not
care of
trying to freeload off the
my
fucking dome.
mother and
All
brother.
right?
yeah, it's like for me, I have all these like different medical issues that require me to have to suddenly have emergency appointments or
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it's like that was a perfect example.
Ark, what time do you go in to work for work?
My shift starts at 12, ends at 8 a.m. So I have to
Oh,
leave
so
by
you're
11
night.
o'clock.
So you're night time.
Yeah, it's usually
Oh,
just me, the
see,
animals, and the occasional crackhead.
occasional crackhead. Those are always fun to talk to. I used to
I
work on
remember,
fucking here out here in Wichita, the South Side Broadway Street, and the very between downtown and the industrial area Broadway Street on the north side. I used to work at the Burger King there. I saw some crazy shit.
Yeah, when I had
when-
my job, that I actually really enjoyed, aside from the fact that I never made it past being a dishwasher. It was night shift at a restaurant attached to a hotel. The
I'm gonna tell you this
restaurant
right now. In
provided
my opinion, the two best shifts to ever work on, if you're somebody who wants to just get the job done, or also want a little freedom in how you do your job, and if you do it well, is going to be morning shifts and graveyards.
graveyards.
Morning shift's going to be more structured, but as long as you're just there to get your job done, it's not going to be a problem. Graveyards give you more freedom to get the job done. But both are probably the best. I hate being I don't ever really want to ever work that fucking mid shift crap. Like that 5 o'clock in the evening,
yeah,
10, 11 o'clock at night. Fuck that shit. That is too many children.
Mine was a closing shift because the restaurant I worked at closed. So it was the equivalent of a 24/7 job, night shift or graveyard.
Like,
Um,
but at the end of the day, Tree, honestly, because you're probably trying to sleep at this time, huh? Aren't you, Mark?
usually I would kind of be asleep. It's why I missed a session or two on occasion.
So that's another thing. But we probably got to be more mindful of when everyone's like sleeping and when they're wake up. Like me personally, I'm always available, basically 5 o'clock after.
I want you to keep in mind, Ar- Arcane was the one that said that this time works for them.
yeah. No, so we basically had to build this off of um the schedule that worked the best for all of us. I
Arcane was
had
quite literally the first one I asked about timing, and they
Yeah.
said that this time works.
Well, I mean, if you're going to work at 8 o'clock, an evening session would probably be an evening session on your days off would probably be better.
if
Arc.
you had
It probably would. They don't really have a very structured scheduling. Because I usually work on Thursday nights, Wednesday nights, which means I get home on the morning of the next day.
Mhm. So Friday evening would probably be a better time than Friday afternoon.
Well, the thing is, this time does work. It just becomes problematic if I have to attend to a lot of different stuff throughout the day right after I get home.
Oh fuck yeah, I already know how that is.
Yeah, no, and then
because I
there's
take
the
My stupid ass on Fridays is I have to because they changed our truck schedule, and I'm the one who puts that shit away. So they changed it to Friday. That's my normal day off. So now I'm up at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning to fucking put this stupid truck away.
mm,
So by the
because
time 1 o'clock rolls around, I am a little tired,
so
especially if I went and donated plasma.
chat.
like
This is
don't get me wrong, this time works very well. It's just I take care of my mom, my brother, and I also help out my sister, who's also not in great health.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
So sometimes they need
I'm
me to
just
do a lot of stuff.
thinking based on what you said. Cody said it sounds kind of like Cody was feeling a bit entitled.
Yeah, very much. Especially the way he made his character. That was entitlement all day long. Like,
You know,
no, I have
I made sure ahead of time that my character was fine. I sent it to Tree repeatedly as I was doing things. Tree was like, "Yes, go ahead and do dice rolls for your stats," and I'm like, "Okay."
yeah, I prefer doing dice rolls for this people's stats, but I want to watch them to be honest, because people do kind of lie. Like I feel like Cody, because Cody was like, "Oh, I have this," and Tree would be like, "What? I thought we said no. No, no, no. It was cool. Like, wait a minute, bro."
My character is the very definition of balanced and vanilla.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So my character, I mixed a already homebrewed character with a vanilla character without realizing it. I thought they were both vanilla characters. Then I looked at it closer and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah,
You
mine's just
know?
a basic ass warlock.
It's like the because the thing is, Cryomancer is a homebrew in and of
Yeah.
itself. Artificer isn't. So I mixed the two, and then I had Tree actually named the class.
So, okay, I asked Tree to do this for me later, but I'm just gonna do it now. So I have experience as a DM, obviously experience as a player. I have a system. It's not D&D. It's called Palladium. There's there's very big differences in the game, but it's still a tabletop. I told Tree that because Tree's still trying to start out as player and DM. I asked him if he'd be okay with me running a campaign instead,
Mm,
so he some so he can see how one's ran and
right.
get some pointers, and maybe he can sit there and develop his own campaign, get it flushed out and all that other stuff, and then he can usually ask me questions later, in private or whatever, like, hey, is this a good idea in a campaign or whatever, and I can give him pointers. Um, if you guys want, we could keep the same time. I mean, I could be the guy, I could be the DM on the system that I have.
Um, that's up to you on Tree. I really don't care.
I said it was fine. Trans said
I'm
as
pretty
long
much
as it
up
was
for
fine to
anything.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no preferences on the system that is used. I've been wanting to experience other systems, you know?
Yeah. I like this plating because you know how in D&D they have the AC and that's your armor class crap, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, you don't hit because my armor class is high.
Uh-huh.
This is one big difference that Palladium has over D&D is Palladium uses an actual parry dodge roll with like you will have stats for if you could choose to parry the attack, dodge the attack, roll with the attack, that kind of crap. So there's like combat is actually combat. That's where
Um
I like the difference.
yeah. How theoretically possible would it be to have the Cryovisor type class exist in there?
Well,
Or does it have preset
As I told
classes?
Tree, because I want Tree to, learn as a DM, which means, playing, but also paying attention to how, a DM can handle characters. I was just gonna make it to where we're just gonna use base rules.
Okay.
Nothing really homebrewed.
Okay,
Nothing too
so
fancy. Like I
is
said,
there
it's gonna be
anything
one, it's gonna be an introduction to the system, and two, it's introduction more for Tree to see how and gain pointers on
How
being a
to
DM.
dungeon master slash game
Exactly.
master.
So I don't want to like overwhelm the thought process of, oh my god, this is what I have to do when there's homebrew. No, we're just gonna stay
No,
basic.
okay, well then I guess I would rather be something as close to Artificer as possible. Does Palladium have that?
Mm,
And if not, I could settle for something similar to Cryo Magic.
no, I don't think so. And I do have some stuff. It's in some source books that I have, but there is a bunch of ice stuff, and I would probably make you a subset in this in Palladium system. Warlocks are elementalists basically. So if you want to do something with like an ice mage, it would probably be a water warlock, but we subset of ice. Which then I would allow augmented to your spells. You would still have to use water spells too, but you would be able to probably be more proficient with the ice versions of everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I could work with you on that one. Don't get me wrong, and I could work with everybody on how they, what they want.
Yeah,
But I
so you're
would try to
saying
stay.
that
I
it
would try to.
doesn't.
I'm going to try to stay as least homebrew as we can.
Yeah, so there's not likely anything in the system for artificing.
No, this is straight swords and sorcery. I think the closest thing the game even has to anything that would be an artificer from like D&D, maybe cannons on a fucking boat, but I don't even think that's there. Yeah, it's straight swords and sorcery. I want to dig some things out though.
I mean, it does mention psionics, which is interesting.
And Palladium,
Yeah.
are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up because I'm curious.
Yeah, so I'm not doing the riffs, which is that is sword sorceries and modern day Earth with some futuristic hellscape crap going on, and I don't have none of those books. I have basically just the swords and sorcery stuff. So that's the books with the Palladium as the base book. If you're looking at their website.
That's interesting. Yeah. It looks like in universe there is the possibility, which you just said you don't have, for futuristic tech like
Yeah, that
mech.
would be what's Palladium? Palladium books. There's Palladium books.
I'm
So
seeing the first thing
the
that showed up
website,
was
right?
robotics. Titan Robotics was the first one that I saw.
Yeah, so if you're looking at their homepage, it's that Palladium Fantasy RPG. That's the stuff I have.
Um,
I don't have the Rifts. Rifts is going to be that's more of a 300 years in the Earth's future after a huge magical calamity that happened unbeknownst to the human world.
mm-hmm.
I also have I also have the books for the Splicer stuff. That is more Terminator with organic body armor.
Yeah, no, that sounds kind of similar to something that I would. Oh,
Oh,
tree
I
left.
treated
Who knows? I mean,
was actually
it has
one
been. Which one of you said you have to leave in 2 hours?
That's me. I gotta start getting ready because I gotta go
Yeah,
donate because that's how I'm gonna pay my bills because work is slow.
right. I gotta look into possibly trying to start doing that because it would be a decent. It would be a help because I don't really have that much of a decent income right now, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I guess
Oh, that's proper. Man, what? They need to hurry up and fucking. They need to hurry up and release these books.
I'll be
Two.
I guess I'll be going ahead and hitting disconnect and I'll see y'all next time.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
All
are
right.
we ending the campaign here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean um
Oh, I just realized.
Trans said that
Oh,
she had to
Tree already
leave.
left.
Yeah, Trans said she had to leave within 2 hours from when she joined, which it's been 2 hours and 7 minutes since we got in call.
Well,
Since
no,
I
I
got
gotta
in
leave at
call.
4. It's almost 4.
Yeah.
I got, like I said, I ain't got no car, so I'm busting everywhere.
All right. So yeah, no. So we gotta. So she has to leave here in a bit. Anyways, and then Tree just vanished while Trans and I were talking.
I think Tree got a little
Overwhelmed.
no feelings. Feelings a little hurt, which I feel a little bad about.
Yeah.
What
I
happened?
mean, I mean, well, it's the whole matter of Tree being new to being a DM with
It
all the
is,
things we
and I
had
told
to.
and I told him that I would be here to help him out and all that stuff, but Cody didn't help out with that at all because Cody was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted to. So I feel like
Right.
the kid,
No, I kind of like that. Kind of
yeah,
already that immediately ruined the campaign. We
yeah,
could have ran the campaign fine with me being homebrewed and then not done anything weird from Cody, and it would have ran the way Tree was hoping it would.
yeah.
Didn't
But then
Cody
again,
technically kind of have a god in their pocket or something?
Tree is also new. He also doesn't have any of the materials. He's going off of whatever the website allows him to look at.
Yeah, but the other thing is
To
that
be him, I'm gonna be honest.
the entire
To be
campaign in and of
you're
itself
gonna need
was,
materials, and you need them at the ready on hand.
yeah, I would prefer that as well, that Tree would have access to the material. Um, but this was an entirely, completely homebrew campaign that Tree was trying to run.
Yeah, and no offense, and I've seen first time homebrewers try that shit, and they get so discouraged they don't ever
It's
want to do it again.
yeah, it's like
I was
you
told
I can
don't
by
see that.
you
I was
don't
told by
do
I was told by a veteran forever DM, start basic.
yeah, you don't want
Get a
to
group of
start
people that will get a group of people that will just that don't mind starting basic with you.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to start with a homebrew campaign. And you definitely want to start as basic as possible.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe one or two minor homebrews to a character, but
Usually your homebrews, if you're gonna go basic, usually are gonna be your big bad.
yeah,
Because
that's
that's the whole point. Is
right,
they're the villain. It's taking 5, 6 people to take him down. He's
right.
got something special that no one else has.
Anyways, Chatty McChatters, I'm gonna go ahead and hit
And then you
end
But
cut to
stream.
the big bad getting taken down by some unconventional bullshit that one of the players thought
I'm
up.
you wanna know how I killed those 3 guys in the woods in that one session? I have the warlock, so I have the pact I have a specific pact that I made as my warlock thing,
I'm
and it
sorry that
basically
I
gave me an imp.
can you guys I'm sorry you
It
guys
could go
couldn't hear the
invisible,
Discord most of that time.
and the poison damage is 3d6 out the gate
I
on
still don't
top of
know
the
if it's been
stab
fixed or not.
from his tail. So it's like I one-shotted all 3 of them with an imp.
Anyways,
That's both impressive and scary at the same time.
I'm gonna go
Okay,
ahead and
see,
end the
this is where
stream.
this is where the DM and player and me comes out. I'm gonna be creative with how I'm gonna take you out. Like my whole character, like the design was, I am going to be that. I'm all about freedom.